preparing the Kachaya guitar bag for 41-inch guitars, which has the model number CY0244 for a busking setup. So I already have a busking setup, which is with my Ibanez guitar, which is a little bit smaller, and it also sounds not that great, especially on the streets if I play only acoustic. So now this is the setup I have. I have the stand in here, and I will transfer all of the other elements also into this new guitar bag, because I'm doing it anyway. I figured I might as well record it. So in terms of now putting the stand in, I do only have one pocket down here, which is a kind of a downside, I would say. Ideally, it would also have a pocket on the outside, but this is the case or the guitar bag that was the closest match to what I had envisioned, which was basically just a guitar bag that looked like the other one but completely black, and also then did fit in my Fender because my Fender is bigger. It's 41-inch apparently, according to Copilot. I did not measure it out. I actually do have a measurement. So we also don't have a second zipper on the side, or do we have? Am I just not seeing it? No, I don't think so. There's only one zipper. I mean, that's also already a big bummer, because then this sticks off to the side. Why can not somebody just make a guitar case that is like just like the other one, just for my Fender? So now this is slightly problematic already, I would say, because now it does fit in, but it also, ideally I would close this. Of course, then there is also stress on the Velcro fastener, so maybe I shouldn't do this anyway, but have it fully opened up. But well, that's what I am dealing with. That sounded a little bit sarcastic, but obviously that's not what I meant. So now I have this here, and I will put this rubber band, which is maybe just a short-term solution. I will put this over, and so now this is somewhat secured. Maybe in the long term I find a different solution for this. Now I do have additional elements, such as a capodester, which I think is the right word, but I'm not entirely sure. And now here I already discovered the following problem, that my hands are just too big to fit in here. Now with my other guitar case for my Ibanez, this is not so much a problem. I mean, I can fit my hand in here, and I do have additional strings in here. I have not yet put additional strings in here, which I could do, but also the strings almost did not fit in because they were just too broad. So now I would probably put the capodester in, but the only way I could get out now is by basically having the case upside down, which I cannot right now because there is this stand in here. So now I will maybe put it on the outside. I also, if I busk on the streets, probably need something like a jacket, and this jacket now only has the place of fitting in here, and then it might fall out because, well, this bag is fully open. So maybe not an ideal situation. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't find another case that was this thick on Amazon, so this is 18 millimeters in terms of the thickness. I've ordered a previous case also from the same brand that was lighter and also did not fully open up. So if one opens the case or if one takes a look at the bottom, then this does open fully up. So the Velcro, not the Velcro, but the zipper goes all the way through, which means one can open it for busking, but the other case did not have this. So I probably now will put the capodester as well as the other elements, maybe a light for the bike and so on, into this upper pocket, which is then the only pocket I can effectively use, because all of the other pockets are now occupied. So I cannot use this, or I probably cannot use this very much, and this pocket down here is occupied with my stand. So now additionally I would have a tuner for my Ibanez, but since my Fender does have a tuner built in, I actually don't need this. I could take it with me if the battery goes out, but I also could just take a spare battery. So this is now what it looks like, the additional strings I have in here, but probably I don't even get them out yet now, because they are, well, I don't know, maybe I should also move them to a different page, not to a different page, but pocket. So this is what the other case looks like. We have a pocket on the outside, and then we can additionally open this up. So I just put this on the pocket on the outside, which meant that I still could use this. But of course, if I now have the stand in there, this also puts stress on this, which is maybe also not ideal. Well, I did have basically my jacket in here, which I now cannot do with the other case. Also, this has kind of this thing which is where one is able to hold the guitar, which this one also does not have. So the only option here is to hold it on the side. Now, what I additionally would put in is probably my light for the bike, because otherwise it gets stolen, and then maybe some additional strings. Now, ideally, I would also be able to put maybe a bottle of water or some food in here, but well, this is not very much practical, I think, because this now will just fall out, and it also opens this pocket up even more. So basically I don't have a pocket in here. So we can also now take a look at the inside of the case in case you are interested. So I now remove this, and here I will probably have a strap in the future that I can open and close without having it degrade like this rubber band. So now let's take a look at the guitar in here and how it fits in here. So I now would arrive somewhere, and then I would open it up and take it out, and then use the guitar bag as the busking bag. Now I also, in addition, have kind of a small sign on here, usually, where I then put my basically a link to a web page where one can see the different projects in terms of music I am working on. This is now what it looks from the inside. There is also this attachment here which allows you to secure the fret, which I did not yet do. So one can open this and then attach this properly. One probably also can, so this is a Velcro fastener, and then one can also move this up and down depending on where the weight one wants to secure this on the guitar and where the guitar on here fits. Now let's close it again, and so this will probably be my busking setup. There also would be the option for a case that is actually that does have a hard shell, and this hard shell would allow me to also put this into a bus, for example, together with other suitcases, whereas this one does not really do this. So if I want to travel to another city, I actually spoke to a busker yesterday, or is it called busker? I don't know. And he mentioned that he had a case as well as, so he had a kind of a bag as well as a case, and the case would again have a hard shell, and as I understood this, and he would then travel basically with the hard shell case, and also only use this for then going to the city and actually moving from place to place.